Today marks the 21st anniversary of the 9/11 terrorist attacks, where 4 coordinated suicide terrorists labeled militants of al-Qaeda launched attacks against the United States. On the morning of Tuesday, September 11, 2001, 19 terrorists hijacked 4 commercial airlines scheduled to travel to the northeastern United States from California. The hijackers crashed the first 2 planes into the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center in New York City, and the third plane into the Pentagon, the headquarters of the American military in Arlington, Virginia. The fourth plane was intended to hit a federal government building in Washington, D.C., but crashed into a field instead. The attacks killed nearly 3,000 people. Here at home, we remember those attacks on our neighbors to the north that impacted the national security of nations around the world. Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Honorable Fred Mitchell, reflected on those turn of events that gripped international headlines for months.
It was a transforming day in that the whole security climate of the Western Hemisphere changed as a result of those events. The security systems that we now have in place at our ports and at the airport transform the lives of people in the sense that there's much more that you have to go through if you want to travel from one place to the next. It was therefore a transforming event in that sense. But it also reminds us today, on the anniversary, that we have a job to do to work on things like poverty, like the instability which exists throughout the world, to understand the reasons why those things take place and how we have to stop engendering hatred amongst people.
The Foreign Affairs Minister encouraged Bahamians to promote world peace and continue praying for families and Americans still mourning the tragic attacks.
World peace is still the object and aim of all countries, to continue to have the Caribbean be a zone of peace for the world, and to remember that we are our brother's keeper, and to be sure that our country is safe from these kinds of attacks. We therefore stand with the United States and other countries who were victims of this terrible, terrible event, and we pray and will work that nothing like this happens again.